9:30 CD. Yesterday project 4 py manage.py run the server. Server started. Copy the address. Come to the browser. Paste it. Yes. So this is the starting page. Yesterday I displayed Mahesh online shopping app, add item and display. Once I click on add item, I have to display one form. Add item form. ఇందులో ఒక 2 fields. Item name, one text box, and the second one quantity. And click the add button. I want to store these values into the cookies with the name and value I want to add it. Once I'm added, I want to display this. Then implement the display functionality. If items are available, I have to display it. Otherwise, no items. So go to the pie chart. This is session 4. So one form is required kabatti create one forms.py. Right click on test app, go to new Python file. The file name is forms. So in this, from Django import forms class add item form forms dot normal form is enough because I'm not stored to the data to the database. It is enough. Item first name kala quantity forms dot integer field. This is the first one, forms.py. So view is the responsible to display this form to the HTML file. Create one view. Go to the views. Def add item underscore view. First argument request. I have to create object to that class. So where it is available from test app dot forms import add item form is the class. Create object to that one. Object dot created form. Send this form. Return render test app slash add item dot html comma text parameter form colon form. Take html file, okay, right click new html add item dot html. ఇక్కడ I have to give link. Now div tag class alignment center h1 add item form. దీనికి ఒక URL కావాలి. Add item. What is the view? Add item view. This one copy, go to the home. Wherever add button is there, ఇక్కడ give that URL pattern. Save. Come to the browser. Refresh. Place the cursor. As it is pointing to add item, click this. Add item form. How to get the form? Come to here. After H1. Form tag. Form Action not required kada. Method equal to post. Curling brace form dot as underscore p. Add item quantity. Next button. Security reasons I have to submitted CSRF token. Then only form will be submitted. Otherwise, no. Type submit value. Add item. Come to here. Refresh. Button came. So that is the HTML file. So now form is ready. So once I'm entering some item name, books, suppose Python 12 books. Click on add item. Django 15. Add item. Is it added to the cookies? Asalu always the view is responsible to display one empty form and forwarded, not added to the cookies. You are not added any responses, so it is not added. But what to do means view is the responsible to add the data to the cookies. Don't send this response directly to the end user. Remove this. Store this one into some variable. This is the response what I want to send to the end user. So whenever user clicking on this add item button, is it a get request or post request? It is the post request because method equal to post I provided. Okay, done. Now I have to write if request dot method equal to post. This form is pointing to empty form. That empty form I will return with end user provided data. How? Request dot post. Then empty form will be overridden. From the form, if it is the valid, ikkada value is there Python, ikkada value is there some books. How to read data? This data will be available in clean underscore data. One predefined dictionary is there. If form dot is underscore valid. Form dot cleaned underscore data of first column item name stored into one variable name. Second one, quantity, cleaned, cleaned. Form dot cleaned data of two are there. Name, quantity, two are available there. Set the cookie. How to set? Response dot set underscore cookie is the function. Key వచ్చేసరికి name, quantity is the value. Come outside the if condition, this if condition. Now return this response to the end user. Now it will be added. Otherwise, always empty form will be displayed. If user method is the post method, the form will be overwritten with the user provided data. Cleaned data is the predefined dictionary item name I provided added to the dictionary. Key value pairs. Then definitely it will be added. Once it is added, I want to read the data there and display functionality. So once I provided this, this form is available. I want to display the main page, add item. Now Python 12, next to Django 15, next to data science some 25, next to NumPy some 18 added. Okay, the 4 or 5 books I am added. I want to read this one and display to the page. For that, one more button will be there, display items. So take one view, come to the view. Def, display items view request. Just to display on HTML page, you won't do anything. Return, render, request, comma, test app slash display items.html page. Thus, this is the view. You view ki oka URL, oka HTML page, then automatically will be displayed. ఇప్పుడు ఒక HTML పేజ్ క్రియేట్ చేయండి. అక్కడ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రీడ్ ద డేటా డిస్ప్లే. And you take the HTML file, go to the pie chart, right click on test app, new HTML, display items.html. First one provided h1 tag. దీనికి ఒక URL. Display item. Give this one home. Check the server fine. Come to here, refresh, display. Shopping cart items came. Now, how to read the data? If there is no database, I'm not reading from the database. If database unte, every time I'm using model name.objects.all employee list, I'm forwarding the context parameter. ఇక్కడ లేదు కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ cookies you have to read the data. Here, if the data is available in the cookies, how to check it? If request dot cookies KIES. Yes, if the cookies contains any information, print that information. ఒకవేళ cookies లో there is no data. First I'm asking display items. Else block will be executed. The else block print the some paragraph tag. No items in the shopping cart. Because the first time whenever I'm asking this page, starting page, different, not displayed, okay. Once I display error, syntax error, because I'm not close and if block all this, na, that's why. So first of all, close the if block. Adi mistake. Percentage, end if. If the cookies contains any information, this code is executed. Else, no items in the shopping cart will be displayed. End the if statement. If the data is available, create one table. Border equal to some 2 pixels I provided. Table head. First one, item name. Second one, second table head, quantity. So table created with the name and quantity. How to read the data from there? Cookies is the dictionary. In the dictionary, there are different functions are there. Keys, values, items. Items means it is taking the key value pairs. So take one for loop. Percentage per dictionary. How we are reading data for each key comma value in request dot cookies is the dictionary dot what is the function items key value pairs. Close the first for loop. Percentage end for. Inside you have to print your data. First table row. Inside first table data. Cookies COOKIES. Table data lo first I can provided key. Tarvata value. So this is the how to read data from the dictionary. Items, key value printed. And for loop, end for, table, else block, end if. Fine. Save this. One end if already provided. Okay. Now remove this. Add items, display. అలా వచ్చింది ఐటమ్స్ రాలా ఐటమ్స్ బదులు ఇందాక ఇచ్చిన వాటికి 1 2 3 4 కాలమ్స్ వచ్చినాయి 200 సక్సెస్ కోడ్ ఓహో ఇక్కడేమో కే కామా వి అన్న ఇక్కడేమో కీ వాల్యూ అన్న అది మిస్టేక్ అదిగోండి పైథాన్ డిజంగో డేటా సైన్స్ నంపై ఐ వాంట్ టు యాడ్ సమ్ బుక్ యాడ్ ఐటమ్ జావా 25 books added display Java added. కానీ ఇక్కడ one more thing is came, that is what is displayed, CSRF token కూడా డిస్ప్లే చేస్తున్నాడు. I don't want that CSRF token, only books information I can require. How to remove that CSRF token? అక్కడ ఫామ్ లో CSRF token చేస్తే ఫామ్ నాట్ సబ్మిటెడ్. That is the problem. So come to HTML file. ikkade we have to do. So for key comma value, every key value I printed, that's why it is coming the CSRF token also printed. After this for loop, I have to write one more if condition. Percentage. If the key not equal to CSRF token, then only have to display key value pairs. After this, end the if condition. If key not equal to CSRF token, then only the key value will be provided. Now we will see. Remove this, refresh, add item, Java numpy pandas, books 28, add item, display items. Item name, quantity, Python, Django, DS, NumPy, Java, and pandas. CSRF token was gone. మరి ఎల్స్ బ్లాక్ ఎప్పుడు అంటే ఈ బ్రౌజర్ ఆల్ క్లోజ్ చేసే వరకు రాదు కాబట్టి కాపీ దిస్. Display no items in the shopping cart because I'm not added anything. That's why no items will be displayed. So until close the browser, this data will be available there. If we want to set the age, we have to provide the age to that one. So ఇది display code. From the cookies. If requested cookies, there is no information in the cookies, then this total if block not executed. Then which will be executed else? You are no selected items in the shopping cart, then else part executed. If cookies are there, table created, item name, quantity, read dictionary, printed key value. If it is not CSRF token, that is the meaning of else block. Suppose here until closing the browser, the data should be available there. If you refresh, data is available. If I have to set the cookies age, set underscore cookie name, quantity, comma, okay, 15 seconds I provided. Come to this, go to the browser, add items, C language, 17, C++, 20. Now, I want to display only 15 minutes, 15 seconds it is available there, C and C++. Refresh, gone. ఇవి ఉంటాయి అంటిల్ క్లోజింగ్ బ్రౌజర్, ఎందుకంటే ఆఫ్టర్ సెట్ చేసిన టైంకి అరౌండ్ ఇచ్చాం కాబట్టి ఇట్ విల్ బి దేర్. Now add items. A 12, B 15, C 16, D 15 seconds అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి ఏబి కూడా పోయింది. ఇఫ్ యూ రీఫ్రెష్, సి గాన్. ఇంకోసారి రీఫ్రెష్ చేస్తే డి కూడా గాన్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు సెట్ ద cookies information. So that is how to provide session management by using the cookies. So here whatever problems in the cookies, limitations of cookies. Cookies can be stored only very less amount of information because the size of cookies are the fixed. If you want to store large amount of data, not possible. Only small amount of information can be stored into the cookies. Second, cookies can be stored always string information. My information is non-string information, then it is not possible to store to the cookies. Every time, whenever I am sending request from the client to the server, compulsory I can send request plus cookies information. Then only it can be recognized. Otherwise, no chance. So 100 times if I am sending request to the server, every request key I can send request plus cookie, request plus cookie. Unnecessarily it will increase the heavy traffic, application performance will be down. And cookies information mainly stored in the client side, not server side. There is no security. for about information. Every browser ki limited size of cookies are there. Chrome ki oka limit will be there. Go to the Google. Max number of cookies supported by browser. Browser typically limit max number of cookies supported by browsers. 4096 bytes అంట. డీటెయిల్డ్గా ఇస్తాడు వాడు ఎక్కడో. ఇదిగోండి, క్రోమ్ allows 180 cookies per domain while Firefox allows 150. 4096 bytes. అలా ఎవ్రీ బ్రౌజర్కి there is a limitation will be there. Once it is reaches that limitation, it is not allowed. ఇదిగోండి ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చాడు లిస్ట్. క్రోమ్కి 4096, ఐఈకి 5117 అంట, ఫైర్ఫాక్స్కి 4097, మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఎడ్జ్కి 4096 bytes. అట్లాగా లిమిటెడ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కుకీస్ ఆర్ దేర్. దట్స్ వే ఏదైనా స్మాల్ అప్లికేషన్ అయితే ఓకే ఫైన్, అదర్వైజ్ యూ కెన్ గో విత్ సెషన్ ఏపీఐస్. ఫస్ట్ వన్, by using the cookies we can store very less amount of information. Very less amount of information we have to store. The size of cookies is fixed. If we want to store huge amount of information, then cookies are not the best choice. Only the string information. If we want to store non-string objects, we can't use the cookies. Cookies information is stored on client side there is no security. Every time with every request, browser will send all cookies related to that application. Every time with every request, browser will send all cookies related to that application, which creates network traffic problems. ఫైనల్గా limit on maximum number of cookies supported by browser. We should go for session API. So now Django by default provided the session API. In the settings installed apps lo already app is there. django.contrib.session. In middleware lo session middleware is there. So that's why we can go with the next concept. Session API. So at the time of cookies, I'm given one example for RMP doctor example we provided. Because every time if the patient is coming to the doctor, first time there is no sleep, okay, nothing will be there. Doctor will generate the sleep and given to the patient. అంటే ఇక్కడ రెస్పాన్స్తో పాటు ప్లస్ cookies అయి ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై ద డాక్టర్, నథింగ్ బట్ సర్వర్. First time request came. Second time, whenever patient came, compulsory he can come with this sleep. Then only doctor can recognizes that is the client server communication. This is the example for cookies. Appudu. Now same thing. I want to provide that session API ki I have to take with the super specialty hospital. Now is it audible? No? Yes. So, yeah. So, Alaga, in case of the our session framework, best example is super specialty hospital. Because hospital people will generate your total data, they have to given one ID. Once you send the request with ID, automatically server will get all your information. Or else one more example, simple whenever you can go to the temples, the temple mobile cell phone counters kani, mobile counters are chapel stand, what they can provide, they have to take all your mobile, they have to give one slip token. Once you complete your darshan, go to that counter, you can give your token, automatically you will get your luggage and all the things. So those people can maintain your total valuable things. Here also hospital can maintain all your data, just you have to share your ID. And one more example, bank locker. Once you have a bank locker, the people will give one key for you. Your total documents, gold, cash, gifts, everything will be safe in the bank locker. Tomorrow, whenever you want to take some documents or some gold, you want to go to the bank, Just you have to submit your key. By using that key, they will take the one more key and they can open the bank locker. So here always client don't worry about the information, server will take care anything. But at the time of client sending the request, you have to send the session ID. Your ID you can send, server will recognize all your information. Such a type of thing is called as a session management. Previously, the client is responsible to store all the data. Now server is responsible to store the data. Such a type of thing is called as session framework. So in the session framework, how to add the session ID, how to read, how to add the data to the session, to add data to the session. Request dot session of key equal to value. Request dot session of key equal to value. Already request forwarded with the ID. How to get that ID? To get the data from the session.